In Nevada County, every day is a second chance. At Sammie's Friends, we rescue, heal, and rehome pets who have been forgotten. From heartbreak to home, with your help, Sammie's Friends is saving lives every day. Adopt, foster, donate, volunteer.
With me today is Lori Gould, who is an obedience trainer. And so, which this is perfect timing for me because I just got a new dog and I have absolutely no idea how to train him. So I guess, my first question is, how did you get into doing dog training and dog obedience?
So I had a very difficult dog, not in the sense that he was mean or aggressive or any of that, just very aloof and not easy to train. And he got in some trouble with another dog, killed some chickens, and I had to go across the street and beg this man with a shotgun pointed at my dog to please not kill the dog, and he was like adamant that that was the only solution. I said I would train this dog, you'll never see the dog on your property again, and that started my training career. Like, he was an amazing dog and he did get trained, and the rest is history.
So do you think that all dogs are trainable? I mean, I guess a lot of people ask that question because I think sometimes you get a dog and you think, oh my goodness, this dog is just going to be so hard for me to get him to the place where I need him to be to fit into my family. So can you train most dogs?
I think most dogs.
Okay.
I do believe that there are some dogs that are just wired a little different, and they're going to be more reactive, they might be aggressive, they might not fit with that person's family in a training program, even closely monitored. So it's such a variable question to me. Yes, you can teach any dog a lot of fun stuff, but the fitting into your life and what you're committed to do is
the challenge.
Sometimes very challenging.
Yeah. So walk me through. So let's say I bring my dog to you. He's 10 months old and he has had no training whatsoever. How do you start? I mean, do you work with the person first to kind of see what their capabilities are with the dog, or do you just go straight and start training the dogs?
So I actually will meet with a person and their dog and just kind of ignore the dog and talk and see how they interact and what the dog is about, what they're like, if they're people motivated, if they're just very distant and wanting to do other things. And then we might do a couple privates if that's indicated. But I'm a firm believer that working in a group class, the dogs are learning to pay attention to you, engage with you, and learn and socialize in a group without ever making contact with the other dogs. So the first class, yes, is a little exciting and dog sparking, but by the end of a 5-week course, they'll be just laying by their owners and not worried about the other dogs at all. They already know what those other dogs are about without ever touching them, making contact or anything.
So what's the optimal age to start training a dog usually?
The moment you get them.
Okay, so I'm a month behind then.
It doesn't matter if they're 8 or 10 weeks old or 10 years old.
Okay.
The first thing you're going to start working on is engagement and building a relationship with that dog so that they want to work with you. There's not any real obedience in that part. It's just providing structure, like you'll see with the puppy demo that I'm doing. If they're pulling or not looking at you, the minute they do, then you mark that and reward them. Like, they're going to get paid for paying attention, and then you build that focus and make it exciting. Pretty soon the dogs are like, yeah, this is it. That's the key to all training, is you have to get their focus to teach them anything.
And do you train with treats?
I do.
You do, okay.
Yes. In the beginning, there's going to be a lot of luring dogs into position, and like I said, they're going to get paid every time they look at you. And then you can fade that by creating what we call a marker word. Like, the dog looks at me, I say yes, and I pay them. So then that yes means the paycheck is signed.
Something gets coming.
Yes, something's coming, and it really helps, like in a recall, if the minute the dog turns and comes towards you, after you say their recall word and you say yes, then they're gonna accelerate to you to get that reward.
So what do you do if you have a dog that's not treat motivated? Which is, I have one that's not treat motivated.
So they're more difficult.
Okay.
But I would first start by hand feeding the dog their meals.
Okay.
And really trying to engage and get that focus. All dogs like food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's their life source. They
yes,
will eat.
yes.
And then finding something that they do really like.
Well, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much. How does somebody get a hold of you if they want to hire you to do obedience training for them?
It's Top Dog Canine Classroom. I have an email address that's topdogsgv@gmail.com or 530-268-1677.